speech here briefly, and I will say something as a reminder. The Executive Director, Mama Kenya, Mama Africa, Dr. Joyce, Duchess L, the entire Journeys by Grace mission from USA, healthcare leaders, medical professionals, county government officials present, local leaders and religious leaders present, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Moses Okiru Ekasiba, the founder and the executive director of Gilead Inclusive Global Organization, a non-governmental organization registered under the Non-Governmental Organizations Coordination Act of 1990 in Kenya. Our national NGO has its headquarters in Nyali constituency, Mombasa County, and has the following main objectives. 1. To promote agriculture through training of farmers on modern farming techniques, and provide farm inputs to boost food production in Kenya. 2. To promote and support access to affordable education by offering scholarships to the vulnerable and the needy and the bright students in the society. 3. To create awareness on human rights and champion for human rights advocacy as enshrined in our Constitution. 4. To train on income generating activities to people living with disability in order for them to be self-reliant. 5. To provide access to clean water by drilling boreholes and piping water to homes and ensure proper sanitation. 6, which is the most important one, is to promote access to affordable healthcare and create awareness on living healthy in order to prevent diseases. I want, first of all, also to thank the organizers of this event. And I'm deeply honored to be here today. And most sincerely, I want to thank Dr. Joyce, Duchess, for inviting me to grace this historic occasion. Secondly, I want to give you briefly the history of sickle cell anemia in Kenya. Statistics say that at least 240,000 children in Africa are born each year with sickle cell disease, of which an estimated 6,000 are in Kenya alone. In the absence of newborn screening and appropriate treatment, majority of such children die undiagnosed in early childhood from preventable causes such as malaria and bacterial infections. In sub-Saharan Africa, an estimated 50 to 90% of those born with the condition die undiagnosed before their 5th birthday. The disease is common across Kenya, with high disease burden or prevalence pockets in Western Kenya, Nyanza, and the coastal regions. It's in this regard that I want to sincerely laud the efforts taken by the Journeys by Grace Medical Mission in helping fight this disease by setting up a sickle cell anemia health center in Opapo, Rongo in Migori County, to save the deaths of many of our children. May I also thank my brother and my friend, Pastor Collins, and the team here in Opapo for the good work they are doing for this community and the entire region. It is in this line that our organization, Gilead Inclusive Global Organization, seeks partnership with the Journeys by Grace International to ensure we have a similar interventions initiated at the coastal counties of Kenya. I want to say again and begin to thank the Journeys by Grace for the great work they are doing in parts of Kenya in fighting sickle cell anemia, creating awareness and treatment. And again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank our Mama Kenya, Mama Africa, Dr. Joyce, Duchess L, and the entire medical team for their love and care for the people of Kenya. I want to remind you all of the words of an American author, Ronald Hubbard, which says, and I quote, "The greatest ability in the whole human race and all amongst the livingness is the ability to help." May I also mention the statements that were echoed by the 7th United Secretary General, the Honorable Kofi Annan. He once said, and I quote, "Saving one life is to save humanity itself." Let us continue to help, knowing that our service to humanity is a service rendered to God. Finally, as I wind up, I want to encourage the Journeys by Grace team under the leadership of our dear Mama Joyce, that as you move forward, you will need more partnerships for you to succeed in whatever missions you have in Kenya. I saw the other day we were with the Deputy Governor. Of course, when you deal with matters to do with health, the government, the local leaders, the county government, the national government must be involved. And in the future, we believe we'll work with Pastor Collins to see that there is that partnership between the Journeys by Grace mission with the local leaders and both the national, also the national leaders, so that you don't have the hiccups you had at the airport with the medical supplies you came with to help our people, and somebody wants to hurt you. Finally, may I also take this opportunity to laud the good work the Luala team are doing here, and for the great work Pastor Collins is doing in partnering with them to fight sickle cell anemia. Finally, the last one now. I want to thank all the leaders present in this luncheon and our team who will be traveling back to USA. I want to pray that may our God in heaven grant you traveling mercies. Thank you and God bless you. Global international team from USA, I want to say that you really have done us great. It was such a wonderful work. It was such an inspiration. It was such a heart-touching. It was such a sacrificing. You are sacrificing yourself. You give a lot. You donate a lot.